Welcome to my almost daily streams. I'm mayohosko. Thank you so much for watching. I'm building sets from my backlog from the Lego group who are worth billions and billions of dollars. And today we are starting on a new set. It is the Up House. And I bought this a while ago because I saw Up in theaters 17 years ago. And so Up has a place in my heart. It's not a special place in my heart, but it has a place in my heart. And you guys, if you have been subscribed to me long enough, you might remember that I have the Up Brickhead set with Carl, Russell, and Kevin. This has a minifigure version of Doug the dog. So I don't know why they didn't make that 3-pack a 4-pack and include Doug in that Brickhead set. So to this point, this is the only time we've gotten a representation of the dog, a dog in a Lego set. Anyway, so this has the thumb tabs. So let's push open these thumb tabs. And people coming in, we've got Johnny and Mr. Blue so far. Hello, guys. So they have the thumb tabs at the bottom of this box. It's interesting that at the back of the instructions they have a friend's doll. That's weird, and I'm wearing SpongeBob pajamas today. That's the sticker sheet. How many stickers are on here? Looks like 12. I really like this sticker for the, I guess this is a picture of Paradise Falls. And looks like that is sticker number 1. So look like there's 4 bags in this set. So if we can build a bag per stream, then we'll be able to build this throughout the rest of, or throughout the next week of streams. Yeah, so we'll just see if anyone else comes in. Because yesterday was very quiet. Next to no one was online when I was online. Really hope more people come in soon. Really hope more people come in soon. We're going to build Russell first. Where is everybody today? Where is everybody for the whole weekend? You've built this too, Johnny? Hey, Billy. Good to see you here, buddy. We're building the up house. Starting to build the up house. So as I mentioned, this is the only one to get minifigures of up characters so far, because they previously made a Brickhead set that I built. And is Doug not in this bag? What up, Porter66? Good to see you, buddy. The invite is in the jungle if you want to come on. Where is Doug in this bag? Is Doug in here? Because if he is, I'd really like to show Doug to you guys. Now, I'm not a dog person at all. In fact, I'm far from a dog person. I don't like dogs. I don't like cats. I don't like most pets. But Doug is actually a really good character in The Moving. But I don't think Doug is in this bag, so we'll have to wait until future live streams to see Doug. Okay. But anyway, there is Russell. I like his hair-hat combo. And compared to other hair-hat combos, actually gives the detail of the strap at the back of the cap. And they have that clear a neck attachment bracket because of the backpack he wears in The Moving. I will need to dig for Doug. Isn't a Dig Dug an old arcade game? Okay. Which color is this? It's bright. It's bright. See, this is what I always complain about with the instructions. Those instructions, where is it? Those instructions make it look like it's regular orange, but the actual piece is bright light orange. And actually, I need to turn the lights on in here. I will forever complain about that in instructions, because after 20 plus years, they still haven't fixed that problem. The color grading of some of these colors is just terrible. Because nowadays they do well to distinguish between the metallic and the opaque pieces, because they put the little shine emblem around it. Okay, so Horta says thinks a Dig Dug was a dual game on a cartridge game. So you mean by cartridge game a game that you put inside of a gaming console? Because because I can't remember. Did the Atari game system use cartridges, just like how the NES and the SNES used cartridges, and I think the Game Boy used cartridges as well. Because I never do. Because the only game I ever used, no, so the only console I ever played on that used a cartridge was the DS, where you had the little SIM card thing that you put inside there. Because my sister had the DS, she let me play with that a lot, and we had the Wii, which used the discs. Now everything's a digital download. So it looks like we're building Russell's backpack. So the N64 used cartridges as well. So Johnny says Dig Dug is like a boulder dash. You dug squares of earth under rocks to get diamonds. Yeah, I think I remembered the gameplay. At least seeing the gameplay. I just didn't remember how old it was. What's Boulder Dash? Is that a similar thing? Are Boulder Dash and Dig Dug similar games? So Horde is working on his house mock. Johnny, what are you doing right now? Are you building anything right now? Let's make sure this is right. Oh, that's neat how they attach the binoculars to that stud. And what's that build? Maybe that's a bugle horn. So Boulder Dash is a rip-off of Dig Dug. Okay. Okay, and this attaches to Russell's back. Just the most absurdly large backpack you'll ever seen. And it's so back heavy that Russell can't even stand up. He can't even stand up on his own two studs. He falls back every single time. So I don't know. So I don't know what the physics were like in the movie, because if that was a live action film, not an animation, that actor would be complaining all the time. But no, it's animation, so the physics don't apply. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, his legs are weak, and his backpack is too big. In the movie, it's the most comically large backpack you'll ever seen. And it's so funny seeing Russell try to recite the script of the Boy Scouts in the movie, and he ends up doing it to Carl a couple times, and pissing him off when they first meet. It's really funny. Well, that just totally flipped over right there. So there's a lot of pink in this set, which if you're a Paradisa or a Friends mock builder, you'll like this. And actually, I wanna see something. Whoopsie, I left the studio somehow. I must have been too fast with my trackpad. I wanna try something very quickly. Yeah. Okay, yeah. I thought it was gonna do that. Never mind. You'll never know what I just attempted to do. Put a brown tile on, then we got to put the first sticker on this set. Sticker 11. So it's interesting they use the miner's hard hat as the thing for the record player, the thing that enhances the audio. Now we're building a lamp. Now we're building the grandfather clock. As you know, it's not a grandfather clock. It's a cuckoo clock. And there's another sticker. Sticker 7. It is a very colourful set. Got a lot of funky colours in it. It's been so long since I watched the movie that I can't remember if the colours are accurate to the renders or not. What about your dark falcon? Are you building that right now, Johnny? Now we need to put some stickers on the door. And these stickers are rather tricky. You have to get them around the door. Hey Greg, good to see you here, buddy. Now Greg, I'm going to ask you an honest question. Have you felt like there's been a void in Where You Go ever since a Chip Off the Old Block Toys chose to quit YouTube? Because at that time of day, when I've been awake, I felt a bit of a void too. Because I don't know too many other people that stream at that time of the day. Yeah, but he doesn't host streams anymore. It's not the gingerbread house, it's the up house. So I wanna show you guys this door. Yeah, so there's Greg. And hey Nate, good to see you here, buddy. So we are building the up house right now. So you see how they put this stud on for the doorknob? Well, the sticker had to have a cutout so that it wouldn't overlap that stud. And because of the stud on the door, they had to do that on the opposite side as well. And unfortunately, the color grading between the ABS plastic and the sticker is not good. You can clearly see the difference in color. which is really bad quality. What do I think about the Red Bull's livery? I think it's freaking awesome. And there's been a lot of there's been a couple Australians who have driven for Red Bull in Formula One, in V8 supercars, which is the main racing competition in Australia, which is a touring car league. Red Bull has a team in there, because Triple Eight Racing, which is the most prominent of the racing teams in V8 supercars, they about 14 or so years ago they switched from Vodafone phone sponsorship to Red Bull sponsorship, and my favorite driver back then was on that team. So yeah, there's a lot of reasons for me to like Red Bull racing, and so yeah, when Australians aren't racing in Formula One, I'm a Red Bull guy. And because my favorite driver eventually retired and is now part of the Triple Eight racing team, in V8 supercars, I root for them, but I hardly ever watch them, to be honest. That's a good point, Hoarder. And that's because traditionally we are a sporting nation, in the same way that the US and the UK and China are sporting nations. I mean, there's a reason why the US and China always cleans up the gold medals at the Olympic Games, and traditionally Australia has punched above their weight, especially with the water sports, because we're the biggest island in the world. So in a lot of schools, swimming lessons is a part of the curriculum for some reason. I learned how to swim independently of all of that. Yeah, Carl was super protective of his house in the moving, so it makes sense. Yeah, now Cadillac's coming into Formula One. I just hope that Oscar Piastri learns from his mistakes last season, and he becomes a better driver because of that, because he's already a fantastic driver in a fantastic car. The problem with uniquely McLaren problem in Formula One is that they have two competitive drivers. Normally, a racing team has one competitive driver and one driver that they don't care about. But McLaren has two of those, so they let each other race. And that was the biggest drama in all of Formula One this year, because no one expected Oscar Piastri to become this competitive this quickly, but he has, because he's in a good car. And I still have to build all of those cars. Actually, not all of them. I only bought the Fab 5, but I'm going to build all of those cars on future live streams. Probably most likely on The Jungle on Clicking Cliff's channel, whenever they build other speed champions. I don't watch Le Mans, so I don't have a favorite Le Mans team. And I know next to nothing about Le Mans. So when they do 24 hours of Le Mans, is there 3 or 4 co-drivers? Because you can't expect drivers to drive that long, right? Because in the V8 supercars, at the Bathurst 1000, which is 1,000 kilometers, so convert that to miles. they have a co-driver. So the main driver only drives at the start and the end of the race, and they get their co-driver to drive in the middle of the race. What's the flying Mercedes billing? What's that? I don't know what that is. See, the live stream all of a sudden becomes better when people want to talk, and it'll be even more, and it'll be even greater if there were other people out there as well. You know, because the chat is the lifeblood of my live streams. I literally cut my stream short yesterday because no one was there. And that's because you guys are the lifeblood of the chat. Now, so you guys are the lifeblood of the stream. I'm just the one who's the monkey behind the typewriter. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I forget some of that stuff that happened because when Oscar Piastri was mathematically ruled out, I stopped caring. To be honest, I stopped watching the races. I've got better things to do with my time. So we need to put another sticker on. Sticker 12. Yeah, it was really weird last night, Hoarder, because I was looking around some people who were streaming before me, and yeah, they did not have a lot of viewers, and I didn't, and I had next to no one who watched me. So I think last night was just a down night for the whole community. So that's why I put out a community post afterwards asking where the fuck was everyone yesterday across the community? Was there a streaming event on TV? Either a streaming service, cable, or network? Are a bunch of Americans on vacation right now? Like out of their house because of the Martin Luther King long weekend or something? But it's like surely we don't all collectively have that same instinct at the same time, unless there's something on that's more important than Lego YouTube, if you catch my drift. Yeah, because I saw a bunch of people complaining about Verizon, but that was fixed well before Friday night. And that's why Hive ranted about Verizon, because Verizon went down this week, much like how Optus in Australia went down a few months ago. Verizon customers can now claim a month worth of free service, just like how Optus phone customers got a month of free service. I know some Optus customers who got extra internet data on their plans as a form of apology and compensation. Billy says they were race cars where the downforce was wrong, and at the end of the fast part of the track, aerodynamics made the car take flight. Yeah, I've seen stuff like that happen before. There was once a Formula 2 race where there was a female driver from one of the European countries. She ended up going into a curve too fast and somehow flew over the tire wall. Fortunately, she didn't have to go to the hospital because of the protective gear inside of the driver's cab. But yeah, because yeah, when you see a Formula 1 race and the cars end up crashing, what do you want? When they end up crashing and the stuff goes flying everywhere, that's because those cars are made to be as lightweight as possible. They're made to be so lightweight to get ultimate speed with the aerodynamics when they're traveling at 150 something miles an hour. I think sometimes they've been clocked at going 200 miles an hour. What is my all-time favorite McLaren livery? That's a good question. It's definitely not the papaya and blue. It's definitely not the chrome black. I'll tell you what it is. It's the Vodafone red and chrome. That was back when Jenson Button and Lewis Hamilton were racing for McLaren Mercedes in the 2010 season. The chrome and black they had in the 2000s, but with that red stripe on the spoiler, that red stripe on the spoiler to accommodate the Vodafone sponsorship. That was so beautiful. Now, Vodafone didn't sponsor them for that long. I'm pretty sure a Google Chrome have now sponsored the McLaren team for longer than what Vodafone ever sponsored them for. So do you remember the Vodafone red and chrome black? Because that's what I grew up with, and that's what that will always be my favorite. And now the papaya and blue is a nice pop of color, but I just really like that Vodafone red. What are you doing? I actually think what are you doing?
Oh, James. You knew the time was going to be short.
No, I actually think the Marlboro sponsorship livery was their worst because it was a mainly white car, and white cars are boring. White cars are so boring. Oh, they didn't just have the Vodafone on the spoiler; they had it on the side paneling and the front wing as well. Let me find a vertical shot, because this is a vertical stream. But if you grew up watching Ayrton Senna racing for McLaren, then you'll have a lot of nostalgia for that. And there's no denying. Let's see if I can change this. There we go. There's a fronton shot of that card. You can see how much red is on it. And I'm biased. I'm biased because the Ferrari livery is the best racing livery of all time. The scarlet red is simply beautiful. To use an Italian word, it is bellissimo. I think bellissimo is the translation for beautiful. Is it? Yes, it is. Bellissimo is Italian for beautiful. Anytime you see red in a Formula One racing livery, it is bellissimo. So, Billy, you're talking about the NASCAR liveries. My favorite NASCAR livery is definitely the M&M's car. Where am I? Where am I? Where did I go? Where did I go? I need to refresh this. Okay, there I am. Why am I so small? There we are, we're back. Okay. Let's get back to building this set. And you know what? I'll probably be posting pictures to Instagram tomorrow. I've had a picture waiting to post for a while now. I've just been waiting for the right time. But it's a picture of all of the minifigure habitats I've built. So if you're not following me on Instagram, I'm at real_mayohosko. And hopefully you'll see a post from me on Instagram tomorrow. Gonna try to post it before I go to bed. Now we're placing the picture of Paradise Falls. And they used the ingot pieces as the top of the railing on Carl's porch. It would be fun. That's why people on Lego Ideas keep submitting keep submitting the mystery shack to Lego ideas, but for whatever reason, Lego does not accept them. It's probably because they don't want to get the license for Gravity Falls.
Minutes.
13.
Yeah, 13.
I'm almost done here anyway. I think it'd be difficult to make 1x1s, but they could definitely make 1x3s and 1x4s. Agreed. That's why we were asking for a 1x5 brick and plate for years. Now I know next to nothing about Samurai Jack. Is that some kind of an anime? Yes, it is an anime. Okay, thank you. Yeah, I'm not. I've never been a consumer, a viewer of anime. It's just not my forte. Is there really all these extra pieces? That's a lot of extra pieces. And actually, I've remembered I need to go and get something. So I'm going to take you on a trip with me. My room looks like a storage room right now. Where is it? Where is what I'm looking for? Here it is. Throughout this whole summer, I'm putting all the extra pieces I get from sets in this thing. So by the end of the summer, I'll have all these small pieces that I'll need to sort away. And there's another brick separator for the collection. So I'm going to put the rest of the bags back in the box. And I'll let you stare at the house we've built so far. Actually, I better put the instructions back in the box as well. And next, on my next live stream, we will be building building the second bag. So what I do is, as a bookmark, I use the sticker sheet to remember which page of the instructions we have to start at. So I'm gonna put Russell on these studs right here, and I'm guessing this will be for the bay window, and I'll put the brick separator back in the box as well. So there, that's what we got so far, and now we can just talk for the next 7.5 minutes. Yeah, I put out something in a group chat, almost an hour ago, and not a lot of people have seen that either. So yeah, I think just not a lot of people are online this weekend. It's just one of those quiet weekends. Johnny says, make a micro scale mock with your floor sweeping leftovers. What, you want me to try and make a micro scale mock of these things? Which cyberpunk game, Greg? Hello PTS _ CBBAM. Attack the D point. I'm not sure what that means. But welcome to the mayohosko channel. I could try build something with these things. I wouldn't put it past myself to try and make a mosaic of this thing. Or yeah, a mosaic with this. Because there's probably enough stuff in here, and probably enough colors I can make a small little rainbow. Yeah, I haven't played War Thunder, and I don't know what that game is. Yeah, I ended my stream early yesterday because literally no one was there. So I was like, screw this. I'm just going to move on with the rest of my day. And I did. Because for those who don't know, I go live almost every day at 9 p.m. Eastern. In the US. Which for me is 12:30 p.m. Australian Central Daylight Time. No, this is a weird little storage case that I got gifted for either my birthday or Christmas last year. I mean, I don't think there's enough greys in here to make a castle, but what I could do is I could take my micro-scale castle, because there's plenty of green stuff in here, and try and make a little forest. If I get one of my 16x16 base plates in green, I could try and make a little forest. That would be actually a fun little micro-scale project. That'd be a fun little micro-scale project. That's not. Oh wow! Oh wow! Okay, so hang on a minute. Oh no! I was just thinking of something. No, they didn't. Okay, nah. Fuck these people. Who else is live right now? Who can we go live to afterwards? Gonna set up a raid, YouTube redirect. Yeah, I think we're going to go over there afterwards. Cyberpunk and Castle. Well, I do like both of that stuff. So I'm going to edit this stream to see if we can set up a redirect. Because the DNM Bricks is streaming. Okay, so now we saved that. So we'll go raid to DNM Bricks after this stream. Any final thoughts for the next 3 minutes? Yeah, I've never seen Knight's Tale, and I probably don't. I probably won't ever watch it, to be honest. You know what? I just saw something from Ash Potatoes Builds on Instagram. She did a photo with some of the UFO sets. When was that? That was 3 days ago. She posted that with the caption, "When toys become luxury items, something is broken." I think that's the most true thing that she has ever said. That is the most true thing I have ever seen Ash Potato Builds say on Instagram. When toys become a luxury item, that is indeed a problem. I'm definitely not going to finish this. I'm going to finish this set on my live streams next week. Anyway, thank you for what actually Billy said. So many basic things become a luxury. It's supposed to be the other way around. Yeah, that's what happened with electronics. Electronics got cheaper, so more people have them. While Lego and Pokemon cards have gone the opposite direction. Anyway, sorry. She's not here right. She's not here right now, Johnny. Ash Potatoes Builds on Instagram. Anyway, thanks for watching this live stream. It is appreciated. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. I will be back live in 47 hours. Hoarder says, remember when people used to steal cell phones? Exactly, they still do from the T-Mobile store in Oakland, California. Anyway, I'll see you guys live again in 47 hours. Go right on over to the DNM Brick stream with the YouTube redirect. If you have autoplay enabled, you'll be sent over there. If you don't, you'll have to click the thing at the top of the screen. Anyway, I'll see you on the next live stream, and I'll see you in the next video.